Get out my business. Nani? Okay.
Our little quick segment here. We want to talk about a few things that are going on in the world and just bring it to your attention. First and foremost, in DC, 2 children, teenage women, are being charged with with murder of a Lyft driver after a hijacking went wrong. There's a lot of underscores that are going in correlation with this because, one, this has been happening a lot in Chicago, so everyone is kind of like, why are young children stealing cars now? This is something that was super big in Atlanta as well, but over the winter it was super huge. Eric, what's your thoughts on this?
Hey man, this is this is really tragic because it's 2 13-year-old girls. First of all, like, why did they need to do that? Like, what was going on with them at home? What were they dealing with? Where are their parents? That's what I'm asking.
I think that this is something like gang related, where like they're being initiated.
Still, where are their parents? Yeah. Where are their parents? Their parents need their face beat in, like straight up. Like, this is just bad coaching. This is bad coaching.
Nah, definitely. But in other news. Whoops, I lost one. Reopen, close tab. There we go. I love technology. Trump's back in the news for 2 different reasons. One, Trump has decided to start his own news media conglomerate and his own social media platform where he can talk about whatever he wants to talk about. As a person who used to follow him, I don't miss him as much as I thought I would miss him on social media. He has still found ways to sneak his dubious tweets in by other people, but in addition to him coming back to social media, he's also started running a Hunger Games type event at Mar-a-Lago where he invites future representatives and governors to be to the Mar-a-Lago to then take part in a Hunger Game roundtable type diss match. It was almost like a rap battle, if you want to call it that, where they get in this table and they just kind of throw shade at each other. I don't know, Eric, what do you think about that?
What do you expect? It's the Don. I mean, I don't expect anything different from him. I think it's quite hilarious. What he should have done was recorded and put it on his social media platform that he has not started yet. I just think the media is happy he's doing something that they can report on. Honestly, if they hated this dude as much as they said they did, they would not even report this story.
To be honest, I had to look for this one, but I mean, it's Trump. He's a walking, like Mar-a-Lago and all those things that he's doing there. Like, if he's happy down there, hey, more power to him. But the fact that the Republican Party still hasn't figured out a way of getting the stench of Trump off their back is
they
suspect.
Can't, bro. They have nobody else to push out there. They have no one else to push out there. When Paul Ryan retires, when he relinquished his speakership and he stepped down and he disappeared, that was, to me, in my opinion, the only person that was eligible to be tried out there and pushed up front. They don't have anybody. They got the governor of Texas, which no one's going to vote for, unfortunately, because of the power outage here, the no mask mandate, and the fact that he's in a wheelchair. They're not going to vote for him for that. And it sucks, but it is what it is. I wouldn't vote for him, and he's the governor of my state. I don't really care for him that much. DeSantis, the same thing. They got no one. So they have to smear the Trump doo-doo all on their bodies because that's all they got. I mean, what we expect? Yeah, we expect the Reds to do any better. If they could have done better than Trump in 2016, they would have done better than Trump. They have no one now.
Yeah, hey, you got to sit with your stench, just like a skunk on for tomato juice. Not enough tomato juice in the world. But then our next story is there's a 60-year-old in North Carolina that was arrested, booked, and is in court for picking tulips at a bus station.
You said a 6-year-old, not 60-year-old.
6-year-old. 6-year-old. This 6-year-old was charged with pulling tulips and what was basically equated out to property damage. And when counsel was confused that he was unable to stay focused in the courtroom, his defense smartly put because he's 6 years old, which is when they decided to allow him to use a coloring book to keep him preoccupied. Shout out to the black men's group out here that offered to build him a garden once he obviously beats these charges. But a bigger question surrounding race relations, the police, and over policing in the black community is once again being asked. And there's a bunch of people who don't experience these things saying that this isn't an issue. So, Eric, what do you think about this?
Okay. First of all, please put up the pictures of the people who said this is a non-issue. For the fact that you think institutionalizing a 6-year-old boy for picking a flower. You know, when I was a kid, bro, my mom used to take me around, and you remember those? What do we call them? What do they call them? Are they dandelions? What's the little ones that you take? You blow them out, the little white crap goes everywhere.
Yeah, dandelions.
I used to pick those craps when I was a kid, bro. I used to pick we had all kind of flowers. It's illegal here in the state of Texas to pull bluebonnet stuff out of the ground. When I was a kid, I pulled some bluebonnets out the ground. And you know who said something about it? No one. No one said a thing about it.
Taking the law too literal or taking it to its extreme. This is the reason why it's an issue, and this is why it needs to be discussed. But ultimately, I mean, we're asking a question literally, as we'll find out in the Derek Chauvin case. A lot of things have come into question about policing and how it works. Ultimately, we all can say it's wrong, even if it was the breaking of a law. But I mean, it's just ridiculous. And but
hold on, bro. But this is, and I know I'm here. I'm asking too much. I'm asking 23 plus year old dudes to have an ounce of discretion, like straight up discretion. You can assess the situation. He's 6. He doesn't understand. This is the opportunity for you to say, hey, son, hey, Taekwon, hey, little Timmy, whatever your name is. Hey, man, listen, you can't pull flowers here. Like if this was an open field and if it was public property, sure, you could pull flowers here, but this is not a place that you can pick flowers. Just put the flower back down. It's okay. And let the little boy know. Now the little boy has a stigma forever about police, and this can be Googled. This is going to affect him for a long time because he's been charged with a crime. They try to charge a boy with a felony, a 6-year-old. You just see the absurdity of the way police is right now. And again, to shout out to those in the comment section, this is an absolute waste of my tax dollars. They're going to the wrong place. It's not what we supposed to be doing.
Well,
not what we're supposed to be. Not to a 6-year-old. We don't need to be conditioning little kids into this part of the institutionalization of my boys, minorities, people, period.
No, I totally agree. But I mean, we'll keep an eye on this. But shout out to the Black Men's Project that decided to help build him a garden. He's going to be acquitted of these crimes because it's too much. It's getting too much notifications. But the fact is, you heard this on this channel and not on like CNN or MSNBC. But something that you should have been proud to hear from this channel is that what you are looking at on the screen right now is officially the most expensive penis in the world. Yes, that is true. The Evergreen ship that was lodged between the canals that stopped about $30 billion in trading throughout international waters has finally been dislodged on Monday. But 1 hour before it got caught in that canal, it appeared to have drawn a penis. And I'm not saying
that's a cock and balls. That's definitely a cock and balls.
That this is how a shipment the size of the Empire State Building should be acting. But Eric, I am thoroughly impressed with the navigational skills on this ship. I'm just upset that they couldn't go in a straight enough line to avoid getting stuck for 3 days. So that's the news in a quickie. There's so many jokes you can make here, but I don't know.
No, Keisha asked how it got stuck, and I obviously in a juvenile way said it was too big. LOL.
That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. But that's our little quick segment where we just talk about everything that's going on all at once. Eric, move back a little bit. You're like
bro, I'm back, bro. Like I am actually not sitting up, bro. You got me zoomed in. You got my chopping my dome off, man. What's going on? Let me lower my microphone and lean back like Fat Joe.
Yeah, there you go. Lean into it.
Like
Lean
me.
into it. But yeah, that's our little quickie segment.
Man, my camera fell over. Damn it, Heero.
Oh. Well, luckily for us, that segment's over. Well, is it over? Did we do outro? No, let's do outro now. Hey, while Eric's fixing his camera, if you want to help support us, we just found out some horrible news today on the Identity Booth that Jeff Bezos don't really mess with us because they took away our affiliate link. And the reason is because we didn't get enough hits to qualify. Also, I lied and said that I was the owner of YouTube. That's besides the point. You can still help those kids out, though, by donating in the Run Sign Up link. They've sent us all the money for it in a check, so that's also cool of them. But the Run Sign Up link is still available. You guys should check that out. Sign up. If you sign up for the $35 tier, you get a medal, a shirt, and a certificate saying you ran 24 miles in 24 hours. You can lie and say whatever you want to, but you got swag to prove it. It's going to a great cause to help a bunch of kids get into college. If you do donate, don't hesitate to tell them that the Identity Booth sent you. Eric sends his regards. But other than that, Eric, where can they find us?
The only place you need to be finding us is right here on YouTube, dagnabbit. Unless you want to go over to Reddit, man. They be showing us love over on Reddit, and Twitch actually be sending us donations. So I prefer if you go over to Twitch, watch us on Twitch, and hit that donation button, man. Listen, these kids, they need a chance. They need a chance. Help some young people out, man. Donate that money. Then just make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that share button. Put it on your Facebook page. Put it on Reddit. Put it on Twitter. That's it, man. Rock with us. Swim in them comment section. Get us to 1,000 subscribers. Come on.
Slow it down and we can catch the five. But it's so hard to find through the daily grind. Been working overtime. And I'm sleep deprived. Shorty on my line and we fuss and fight. Seems like every night. Don't care who's wrong or right. I hope the end is sight. Slow it